Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty indeed. What's going on, everybody? It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Let's see who we've got over here already there. Everyone should be filing in just a few seconds. There we go. Looks like it's beginning to update as we go. As always in the beginning, please give me that thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me okay and see me okay. And that will make it a lot easier for me right now to get this thing going here, just to make sure the audio and video is good on your end. And Ed, hey, what's going on? Great to see you guys on here. Let's see who we've got in the chat. Hang on one second here. Welcome, 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 welcome. Erna785, I appreciate you setting your alarm for these live streams. That is very cool. Thanks so much. I have a lot of fun doing them, and I'm glad you're one of the first ones, if not the first one in the lobby when we get started. So very cool. Randy Molina, Lord Darkside, welcome as well. Glad to know that the replays are available should you miss it. Naturally, I always have these available for you there. We've got a full playlist loaded with all the replays from over the years, all the good stuff as well. Buzz7332, again, thank you so much for being the first super chatter, launching off the sponsorship for the stream for tonight. Of course, you're going to find your name down below, and should you guys wish to do the same thing for Buzz's his MO, I should say, every single week being one of the first ones, if not the first one, like Erna being here, definitely take a look at the description box info down below, as well as the first pinned comment here in the replay. A little goes a long way. Should you guys wish to donate to the channel, I greatly appreciate that. But just so you know, any super chatting, YouTube does take about 30% of. PayPal is always the best way, which you'll find the link on your browser in the upper right hand corner, and of course those links are down below as well. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, Buzz. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hopefully you're feeling better as well. I know I'm definitely feeling better. Things have been pretty crazy here in Southern Cali, as you know, but I think we're kind of past the surge that's happening right now. I think I was reading today that they're a little bit better off. We're better off now, I should say. Let's see. So we've got Jeremy. Welcome, welcome. Yo, yo. Let's see who else. We've got Drew's Food Reviews. It's the Triple Beast Slayer. I'd laugh when I read that one, Drew. That was a pretty beastly burger. I didn't realize when I was putting that video together earlier in the week that it was that huge looking in my hands. I mean, naturally, when I was looking at it, I was like, man, this is a pretty large burger. But watching the footage, I was like, wow, that was it's pretty serious. So I guess $12.39 for that wasn't too bad, right? I mean, for what it was. I had a lot of fun with that too. We'll get into the recap of what the videos have been like this past week in just a second. Let's see here. Annette Cervantes, thanks so much for jumping on. Hello, hey, hey, hey. Good times all across the board. We got Randy Molina in the house. We've got Sabas, who looks like it had a message retracted there. Let's see who else. We'll get started again in just a few. Lord Darkside is here. Annette Cervantes, what's good, Lord? Got that Dr. Pepper barbecue lays on deck. And of course, Annette is still wonders why she's thinking about Pizza Hut's new pizzas. That was a good time with that. We'll talk about that as we go as well. It's a lot of fun working along with Pizza Hut for that. They're really, really a cool group of people. Their marketing department, I should say. Very, very nice in general. Let's see here. Randy Molina. Yay, go Rams, the NFC title. We're going to see what's going to happen here. The Super Bowl is not too far away. I am excited. Mainly because I really want to eat a lot of pizza that day. That's the day that I really consume a lot of pizza, because it's always the day to do that, right? So I'm excited for Super Bowl pretty much for that reason, right? I don't really care who wins, who's really in it, to be honest with you, this year. I just want to have like all the snacks, and I want to have my pizzas laid out on my coffee table in front of the TV, and I just want to kind of just munch and watch and all that fun stuff. So let's see who else we've got here. Everyone is doing well. It looks good. That was a crazy game from the Bucks and Randys. Yes, I saw that was actually pretty exciting, I must say. Larry Nguyen, how was your week? Not too great, I got to be honest, this past week, but you know what? I'm glad the weekend is here. And that's the best thing that I can hope for right now. It's always getting better, right? We always have our off days, off weeks, and then things get better from there. So we'll have to see. Ed Keaton, what's going on? Hope you're staying safe as well. Thank you so much for jumping on. Great to see you. Great to see you. Let's see here. Carl Broussard's in the house here as well too, and I'm almost caught up in the chat here. It looks like it's going on down the line. Got a lot of people that are filing in. Smash that like button down below if you haven't already, and that will definitely help this trend up just a bit there as well. Let YouTube know that we have got something live going right now. Let's see here. Drew, should I do the triple or should I do two triples, one in each hand? I would love to see that. I got to be honest with you, it's a serious beast of a burger. That's really where the name comes from. I got to be honest, the whole Bacon Beast menu for what it is, you know, we'll chat in just a little bit about that there. Let's see here. Sabas, how's it, Ian? How's it good? Hope you've been okay. Your mom's in my thoughts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we had a little bit of a turn for the worse just a little bit this week, but things will be better. So we're definitely, it's been a little chaotic for me, just kind of mentally with everything that's happening. So things will be better for sure. I know my sister who you're watching right now, I know we're doing everything we can. I know you're doing everything you can, and that's all we can do. So big hugs to you, sister, if you're there and you haven't checked in just yet. Let's see here. Maureen Descatado, thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see you. Sean Hickox, dang, sorry I had a week. Thanks for spicy Pizza Hut reviews, though. Yes, a lot of fun with that there. A lot of fun with the Pizza Hut goodies. That was done well over a week plus ago. I was actually on a virtual stream watching this little presentation, which was really cool. And they actually sent over a couple of the pizzas as well, too, that way. It was two of the same one, which was the spicy, the double pepperoni. But it really fun. Immediately right after that, I basically did the content and made something in there as well. Obviously, I said in the video, if you've watched that naturally there, that was in no way directed to do that, but I wanted to make content because it's what I do for you guys. It's perfect for it. But it was great to put out and just a lot of fun to check out. And definitely there'll be some other reviews coming down the line to give those things adequate time to show the other variations of them as well. I have to check out the comments to see what you guys are putting on there to see which one you want me to start off with next. Either the Hawaiian chicken or the veggie lovers, but that was a lot of fun to put together. And the great people actually working with their marketing team from Zeno Group. It was really cool. A lot of fun with that for sure. Let's see here. Amcar Baxter, will you do more Papa John's reviews? Of course. There's a few things that are coming up for that, so do not worry. Do not worry. Let's see. Randy Molina, Super Bowl meals like jalapeno poppers, potato skins, fried mozzarella sticks, barbecue baby back ribs are delicious. Yes to all of that. Yes to all of that. That actually sounds pretty amazing. Really good stuff there. So Brady Hiller, who's your Super Bowl matchup? You know, I really couldn't say. I haven't really been following too much, just some of the games. But I just like I said, the event itself is what I really look forward to getting, making sure we have our stuff all decked out food-wise and just enjoying the day and just kind of zoning out with it. But we'll see what happens here. I'm just excited just to have the another year of the Super Bowl here, which is always fun to watch. Hopefully it's just an exciting game. It's not a blowout on one end or the other. That's what I'm excited for sure. And at Cervantes, I appreciate the good thoughts as well. Thank you. Good times across the board once we get past a few things. Let's see here. Annette Cervantes, we're getting a Dutch Brothers coffee in the area soon. Cool. Not sure if you have that one near you. I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of Dutch Brothers. Is that more of like a regional thing and maybe a little bit further down in San Diego? I've never heard of Dutch Brothers coffee. I'm sure they have their own specialties of all the stuff that we normally get on all the other places, I'm sure. So that's got to be good. Jack Parker says, spicy Hawaiian chicken is my favorite. Nice. We'll see. I have a feeling it's probably going to start off with that one and then go into the veggie from there. So we'll see what happens with that. But it was a lot of fun making that video, that intro, and just putting everything together. It was a lot of fun to produce. You all know I'm trying to put out that high quality stuff for you naturally there and give you all the B-roll goodness and just make it a little bit more exciting. That's what I love to do, and I'm glad that you guys are digging that video for sure. I have to go back and see how things are going with that video. Actually, just so you guys know, whenever I release my stuff, I'm usually coming back to check to see how things are going a few days later. I used to check it pretty much almost every day just to kind of see. But now I kind of put my things out and then I'm already moving into the second or third thing after that. So I have to come back and see what's happening there as well. But definitely there's a few of the reviews that I've seen actually on there. Big Ben over at Something New, I think has one of the best ones out there that I've seen there. That personality, I'm telling you, on Big Ben is pretty infectious over there at Something New. Definitely check out his video. He definitely, not spoiler alert to give it away, but he definitely enjoyed the pizza as well. It's just a dynamite looking pie, especially the double pepperoni variant of it there. It looks amazing with those jalapeno peppers. And believe me, I wanted to drop some little hints for that in the last stream that we had because that was going to be coming naturally. But the very next day, since we're talking about it anyway, let's just get into the content here because we're kind of going down that road. As you guys already know from the Palabok Fiesta review from Jollibee from the week prior, the secret one was actually the peanut butter crunch McFlurry, which I got to tell you, every time my sister watches that one, she's like, I have to come by and we need to go get that. And I'm like, yes, we do, because they have it over here very close to where I live. And it's definitely an incredible McFlurry. That thing just needs to be everywhere. It really does. It is really good. I mean, you can't beat, peanut butter, chocolate chip goodness that is in there as well, the chocolate goodies, and of course the crunchiness of the cookies and the timeless familiar flavor of the vanilla soft serve. So I think you guys know that combo is just beautiful. Guys, the Batman Calzone, a super fun video to put together. I mean, I'm a huge Batman fan. You guys already know that. So when I saw that, I was like, that is so dynamite looking. And it's going to be delicious because it's the crazy calzone that I reviewed already. So being that I had done the cheese variant, it was so obvious to go in and do the regular pepperoni one now. And it made so much sense to actually just put that out the very next day after that came out. It was a lot of fun to do, and I had just a blast to do that one there. It looks amazing. That thing looks amazing. It's one of my favorite thumbnails for sure. Aside from the one from Pizza Hut, which I'm really digging, the double pepperoni from the Spicy Lovers Pizza. There's a lot of good stuff there as well. I actually had that one out at 6 a.m. that morning. It was kind of like a little bit of a tie-in in terms of some of the news stuff as well too that way. So it was kind of really fun to do, and then naturally the push later in the day for it there. But definitely a fun video to put together and a great pizza to check out. Pizza Hut definitely did it up right. Regardless, the fact that they did send it to me, of course, my opinions are always my own, and you heard me say that. And of course, I have all the disclaimers down in the description box and per YouTube's policies posted up in the very beginning of the review as well. So you'll see that paid promotion that's there just to make sure there's no issue, and I'm always in compliance. I'm always about doing it legit. You already know. And then today, the big gun, this one here I've actually had done for a little bit there, the triple bacon beast burger. That was just an insane situation to check out a few nights ago. Really amazing in terms of the amount of meat on that there. But like I said, had that actually come out around Halloween time, that would have been technically what it should have been, a monster Angus thick burger, because of the quantity of the meat and all the greenery that it had and everything as well. It was just really tasty. The whole bacon beast menu thing is a little bit of an overstretch, I think, for what it is, because all it really is 2 extra pieces of bacon essentially on top of what they're advertising there. So the other 2 items they have on the menu, if you guys want to see those 2, because I'm on the fence with it, because I've done variations of them in the past. Of course, drop some comments down below here in the stream, as well as in the replay, of course, there if you're checking this out after the fact, and I'll probably swing on back and give that a go, maybe as like a quickie to do. But like I said, the beast mode, for what it is, it's really the size of the burger itself. So 3 patties is gluttonous. It was a little over 12 bucks for it, but it was such a blast to film, and there's some gorgeous footage in that video if you haven't seen it yet. It looks like you guys are enjoying that one here. I'm seeing some performance stuff here on it already there, so it looks like you guys are digging that one. It was really fun to check out. So naturally, good times indeed with that. Let's see. Ed Keaton, did you catch the latest Batman trailer? Yes, I have, including the 30-second fear spot, which is out right now. So good times across the board with that. Trav, what's going on? Trav Tries is in the house. Guys, I appreciate all of the prayer hands that I'm seeing here as well. And I will convey that to Mama Peeps. It's been a little bit hard to get in touch with her this past week because of things that have been going on. But we'll definitely make sure that that's actually relayed to her. And I know that she loves watching these replays and watching it live, and she sees the comments and all those things as well. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Valerie Ransom, I love your food reviews. Keep up the awesome work. Prayers and well wishes from cold South Carolina. I hope you are staying toasty over there, not frosty, staying toasty like my boy Michael Domayer, who definitely needs to be. It's a chilly 11 degrees in Detroit. Oh my God, that's crazy. But I got to be honest, considering the crazy fire weather that we've had over here in the last few months, Michael, I would rather take that right now and deal with that a little bit than what we did deal with earlier. But good times. James Morrison, anyone from Eternia are going to be joining us tonight? No, not tonight. I'm all caught up, and we took a look at the Stridor, Masters of the Universe Stridor last week as well. So everything that I have showcased already is all current now. So I think we should be okay. Well, probably with the exception of a PowerCon exclusive that's hiding behind Faker right over here, actually, up above. So we'll have to see. But let's see. Annette, peanut butter McFlurry, something about that just grosses me out. You got to taste it, though. It's really good. It's really good. Batman Calzone. There's a lot of reviews jumping out with the Batman Calzones for sure in there as well. Erna, Super Chat donation jumping in again. Right over here for the first time along with Bus. We've got 2 of you guys in there as well. Let me see if there is a, who knows, Cheap Trick, The Flame. Oh, that's a classic song. It's one of those anthems back in the day with that. Let's see who else knows that for sure. So Trav dropped his crazy calzone review as well. Something new as well. Big Ben did it as well too that way. There's a lot of peeps that are out there that are dropping these, and my name just, I believe Fast Food Pit Stops, Justin actually did it as well. RDR Food Reviews, everybody naturally is jumping out with this. Freddy Foodie King. Really good stuff across the board, and it's always great to see the community just light up whenever these things come out. It's a lot of fun. Definitely there. Let's see here. Let's see. Sean Hickox. Yeah, McFlurry machine is quote unquote working. Guys, I was in a crazy windstorm when I filmed that. It was a little unnerving. For the first time in a very long time, we literally had over 50+ mile-an-hour winds. My car, I had some stabilization stuff on the video, but some of it you can still kind of see. I mean, my car was kind of like, you can feel it doing its thing. So it was kind of like me wanting to get through that review and get home as quick as I can. But I was just enjoying myself so much with that, and it was just a lot of fun to do. There's a lot more, I want to call it quote unquote dynamic type of filming that I'm trying to do, where you're going to see a lot longer stretches of content in there without so many like edits for certain things as well. I'm kind of streamlining a few things as well too. And yes, Larry, not to worry, the udon noodles is on the docket. I do have that one planned. Do not worry. There's a few people that have been asking for that one. For sure. It's just the timing. That's one of the next ones that I have to do. I have about 3 or 4 already locked already. So I have to actually do the that one. I'm sure I'll get to in due time there as well. So there's a few things locally here, which you guys may have seen on some of the websites that I plan on checking out. It's going to be a pretty busy beginning of February for me, and that's okay because that's beautiful content and it's more content for you guys. So and I'm looking forward to putting that out for sure. But yeah, crazy wind situation with that. I mean, the very beginning, it was so funny. There was a station wagon or some type of SUV-ish type of thing in front of me, and they were I just saw cone after cone going into this car. I guess they got like a whole bunch of people that were in there. They were out that night late getting ice cream, which is fun to do actually, for those types of things. But I was like, thinking to myself, they're probably thinking, hallelujah, the ice cream machine's working, right? So when I got that thing was just made amazing. It really was made pretty amazing right now. Good times indeed. Scott Messerschmidt, what's going on? Snacking Cole made his own BK sandwich only in Hawaii. Very cool. I know they're doing the test markets for the melts and everything out the way. I know. Ed Keaton, of course. Here we go. We're getting caught up. I'm trying to see right over here. Hopefully it's not too delayed. I'm trying not to talk too much while the thing stretches up. But yes, the new Batman trailer, of course. Very excited. Great product that they came out with Little Caesars. That's like the ultimate tie-in. There's really nobody else who can do something like that, aside from some of the other pizza companies, which obviously I don't think they're going to follow suit because now that Little Caesars has the license, that really is a huge thing right there. So, and that's Cervantes Triple Burger Gang. Yes, it was so much fun to check out. And yes, Tony, we were just talking about the Batman pizza. Of course, always take a look at my playlist or do a quick search on YouTube before you ask those questions. You may be pleasantly surprised. You can watch something and concurrently with this as we're doing our thing. Chances are I've done it already for sure. Chief Sekif, hopefully I said that correctly there. Hope you're doing well, Mr. K, Mr. Ian K. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm doing okay. It's just it is what it is this week. It is what it is. Let's see. Mountain Dew is coming out with hard Baja Blast. Yes, actually, they have a whole section of quote-unquote spiked drinks with the Mountain Dew label. That's going to be pretty cool, actually. That's something I may have to check out. That definitely is. Actually, I should say that's definitely something I need to check out. Yes, the full funeral scene is available online right now. I did not want to watch that because I want to go in completely raw. Aside from some of the little preview things that I've already seen online, naturally, I don't want to watch any extended scene. Just little clips are fine. I just don't want to ruin too much of the movie. I've waited this long for it, so for sure. Mark Grayson, can you do the signature Joey's World Tour? Woo, 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 woo. I can't do it with the eyes, though, the way he does it, but that's as far as I'm going to get with that, Mark, just so you know. Erno, what about George Michael's Faith and Father Figure? Yes, classics. Those are both classics. Absolutely both classics. You already know. Let's see, Erna actually, I should say you guys should know that Erna is our 80s aficionado when it comes to music. I mean, there's always constant trivia throughout the hour. It's always a good time with that. Always a good time. All right, Randy Molina, did you try the Utz Public Mix or Utz Pub Mix? I have not. No, that brand is actually a little bit more specialized. Usually you can find that at World Market or Cost Plus here, which is kind of a specialty that basically a store that goes into like international brands and things that you can get overseas, and some of the things in their more regional areas across the country, and that's one of them that you can find that stuff there. But I haven't been to Cost Plus in a long time, actually. I haven't gotten in there for a bit. Just for a little bit. I would get a few things. I think the last thing I got in there was the gummy, I can't remember the name of the company. It was like these gummy candies that look like a little like lunchbox stuff. It was it was an international thing. I know there was like a little gummy burger, gummy pizza, gummy fries I did a while back. It was with a very specific brand to check out. That was the last time that I'd been in a Cost Plus to check that out there. Yes, Nari, I do miss the holiday pie at McDonald's. Absolutely. I know it's completely gone now, so we have to wait another 10 months plus to get that back. Drew, I didn't get the Batman box for your calzone. That's no bueno. I got to take a look and see what you thought of that one there, Drew. That one is, again, very delicious to check out. But yeah, the box is pretty cool on that. That really is. I love the whole Batman logo being those pieces of the gun, you know, that kind of killed his parents, from what I understand. It really is a very different take, and just overall just something different. But it looks cool. You know, every time they come out with these Batman movies, you wonder what they're going to do with the bat symbol to kind of change it a little bit here and there, give different interpretations. But you can't beat the 1989 original. They always come back to that for the merchandising. You see that all over the place. It's really cool, for sure. Let's see. Better we see Spike Baja replace your water. Yes, we'll have to see, and then we'll see how long the stream goes with that, Annette, if I'm drinking a little bit of a Spike Baja blast situation. Depending upon how many volumes are in there, we'll have to see. Misty Smith, didn't see you there. I was watching the Wiggles. Cool. Well, thank you for jumping on. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yes, the E-Fruity lunch bag gummies, Drew. That's it. That's exactly it. It was that. Misty, you're having Sonic Drive-In. What are you having at Sonic right now? They have those double stuffed Oreo blasts and mocha whipped drinks or things like that as well too. But what are you actually having over there if you're watching this actually at Sonic? Which, by the way, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time, your Sonic eating time with me right now, and the rest of the amazing peeps here in the house. We've got an awesome bunch of you guys here right now. Take a look over there. 38 plus. I always get that confused once in a while. I'm seeing it reversed on my side every time I'm doing this stuff, so it happens right now. Lord Darkside, Ian gets drunk on the stream. Watch, that could possibly happen right there. You already know. You already know. You already know. Let's see. Erna, what about the song Glamordero's Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You? Another big hit. 1987. I need to hear that one. That one doesn't sound familiar to me for some reason. Maybe some of the lyrics need to come out there. We'll have to see. Misty, she's having chicken strips, tater tots, french fries, vanilla shake, and a sweet. Wow, that's a party right there. You are definitely going in on it. That's for sure. Chicken strips there. I think I've done a review back in the day actually for that, as well as some of the other chicken stuff there as well. Sonic's a little hit or miss for me, as you guys know, but they're legendary for their drinks and their desserts. I think you guys know that as well too. Annette Cervantes, Albanese gummy bears, the best gummy bears ever. I like the Harbo ones, just the regular ones, to be honest. But I'm sure anything, it sounds like it'd be like an international version there. What's the difference with Albanese gummy bears, Annette, compared to the regular ones? I'm a Sour Patch Kids guy myself. I love Sour Patch Kids, sour watermelon slices, you know, sour peaches. You know, I love those types of candies. Those are my favorite types of candies. Over like chocolate, you know, as well too there. Are you guys fans of like, you know, gummy candies over like chocolate traditional candies like that? Because I personally love gummy candies that are sour. It's just kind of a vice with me as well. Red Vines, of course, they have a special place in my heart. Definitely that. Let's see, Misty Smith, what do you like to eat at Sonic? You know, I don't go there often outside of reviewing. There's really nothing that makes me want to go. But I have to admit, I really did enjoy the pickle slushy back in the day when they did that. That was actually very fun to check out. So some of their drinks and some of their things, I can see myself going back to get again. But some of the regular food items, I can't find myself ordering their stuff on the side. But the garlic butter burger that they have, which recently has come back a few times over the years. I've done that initially. Really tasty. I can see myself going in and out again. But naturally, that pickle slushy holds a special place because it was different, and I really enjoyed that. You'd think that would be kind of nasty, but it was actually, it was pretty good. And yes, Dom's World, what's going on? Ghostbusters Afterlife coming to DVD February 1st. Nice, can't wait to see it. It's a very cool movie. It'll definitely get you in the feels, naturally, for what it is. It's really... It'll appeal to a lot of the peeps there who grew up with the original one back in '84, as well as naturally some of the newer stuff that's out there as well. It's a nice bridge for how they do it. Really good stuff there as well. So let's see. Another couple of minutes. We're going to get into the review here, guys. We're almost to the halfway point. Larry Nguyen, have you had saltwater taffy? Yes, but not in a very long time. Not in a very long time. I like that stuff though. Wacky Taffy and a few other things that was a little bit more harder on the teeth naturally. But yes, I definitely dig it for sure. Haribo gummies are tough in my opinion. Albanese gummies are soft and the flavor is so good. Cool. That could be the preservative they use too that way. So the fresher the gummy, the softer it is. Yes. I always remember that line at the end of, I think it's Ferris Bueller, where the crazy principal, I guess the guy who's after Ferris, gets onto the school bus at the end, and then he sits next to the girl, and I think it's the girl that says, would you like a gummy bear? It's warm and soft because it's been in my pocket or something like that for a while, and he looks over like, oh my God, shoot me now. Hilarious. I remember that instantly when you just talked about that, Annette. I just took me back to that scene really fast. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Let's see. K Woods 831. Name your top 5 go-to fast food chains that aren't exclusive. Wow, that aren't exclusive. I'm gonna say Mickey D's because it's classic. No particular order, by the way. This is not like, in terms of just the overall 1 to 5, or we're going here top 5. If I say the first one, that's not the first one naturally there, but I'm gonna say that's not regional. I'm gonna say Mickey D's, Wendy's, Carl's Jr. because that counts because Hardee's is considered the same. So if you guys have Hardee's, 9 times out of 10, it's the same thing. From there, I would say Papa John's. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think that's 4. And Domino's, I would say. That's maybe tied with Pizza Hut. I like pizza, fast food pizza naturally. But given that the main 3, I think personally for me are going to be Wendy's, McDonald's, and then naturally going into Carl's Jr., Hardee's / those are kind of like the main group from there. So I think that works for me. No particular order though in terms of number 1, but those are definitely go-tos. And 9 times out of 10, most of the releases that you see that I'm doing are usually from a group of those in some way, shape, or form. It just never seems to get old that way. Let's see, Adriana Villalba, thanks so much for jumping on. What's up? What's up? What's up? Doing okay. Doing okay. Erna, nothing's going to change my love for you. You ought to know. My love for you, you ought to know. How much I love you, the one. Okay, I think I'm beginning to forget if only I can hear the tune. I see you got the musical notes right after that, but yes, I wish I can hear the tune. But yes, those lyrics, they definitely do ring a bell. Pun intended. With the musical notes right over there. You already know. Adriana says her brother Christian is crazy. Well, all right then. Mr. Jimmy, mi familia. What's going on, man? Great to see you. Great to see you. Donut Man run in the near future for sure. Let's see what's going on here. Michael Domeyer, I visited the Albanese factory in Indiana a few times. My favorite is the Green Apple Army Man. That sounds good. Anything Green Apple I think would be pretty amazing, but in the shape of classic Army Men, I gotta check these out. Where can you get these? That actually sounds, obviously they have to be available in most places. Why have I not seen these in stores over here? Unless it's more of a regional thing. But actually, Annette, if you're actually in San Diego, that's not too far from me. So I'm gonna have to see about trying to find those. Albanese factory in Indiana. We'll see if they ship around. I'm kind of curious. Let's see here. Peaky786, what song have you been liking recently? You know what? A lot of oldies. Whenever I'm doing my editing and stuff and I'm putting thumbnails together, I have a lot of my classic tracks, a lot of the stuff from the 90s, a lot of classic hip hop, R&B, that type of thing. Nothing particular, it's just a playlist that I have. But I do find myself listening to the John Carpenter theme music soundtracks a lot with like Halloween, The Fog, Prince of Darkness, all of his classic movie themes, Christine. I'm kind of weird like that. Personally. Annette, have you ever tried Fazioli's? Oh, that Italian joint. No, we don't have one that's very close to us over here. The closest one was actually out to where my mom used to live out in Rancho Cucamonga, which is really out there, at least from here, at least in distance wise. But no, I haven't been, but they have some pretty interesting stuff for sure. Let's see. The breadsticks, apparently, according to Michael Domeyer, are bomb. Very cool. Really, Scott Messerschmidt, he reminded me of our high school principal that had a duck on his head down got on the bus. Yes, that's classic from Ferris Bueller. Classic. Okay, the Hills. Albanese gummies are at Walmart. Nice. Hills, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on. I'll definitely have to take a look at that next time I'm over at Walmart getting some goodies over there. And Annette gets them at Rite Aid. Okay, now I'm going to have to check locally here just to see. So I'm very excited about that. And yes, it looks like Overnight 33 is excited about the return of the Mexican pizza, the thing that has been on the menu forever, and then once it was taken away, everyone cried foul. And now it's coming back. That was a lot of fun to check out. I think I did that in 2018, I think is what I put on that review, I believe, for that. That was fun to check out there. Very, very fun to check out. Let's see. Chris, where were you born? I was born in Belrose, New York, back east. Back east in the NYC. On the outskirts of the NYC. James Morrison, wow, you listen to John Carpenter music while you work. Kind of sinister. Kind of. Of course, the Halloween theme, but I love the theme from The Fog. It's very haunting, especially when I do a lot of my stuff late night, and that's really where I really get into it, when it's very quiet and I have my headphones on. It's always very cool with that there, for sure. Good times. Erna, Chris Hansen, are you the host from the Catch a Predator? That's hilarious. Misty Smith, almost time for the food review. Fingers crossed, right? Coming up here in just a second. Ready to go. Drew thinks he knows what it's going to be. Could it be one of those? Should it be one of those? We'll have to see. One of you guys actually mentioned this, I want to say a couple of weeks ago, and I said to myself, I'm going to have to check that out. And I figured since I was doing my thing the last few days and I happened to see these, I'm like, okay, this will be the week that I do this, because I think it's going to be very, very tasty. It looks very cool, and I'm very much digging the way that it looks, actually. So we'll have to see. Let's see. Yes, Boys to Men, I listened to Erna, absolutely. So hard to say goodbye to yesterday. All the good stuff over there. You already know. You already know. Okay, so because Misty is ready for it as well, and I think you guys are ready for it on top of that, if you are ready for the review right now, let me see a flame right over here. Let me see a flame on the inside of the chat. And we'll get this party started over here. I was bummed they didn't get to try Taco Bell's wings. Hopefully they'll bring them back. Helena, I think they're going to bring them back. Personally, for me, I think they will. It was fun checking them out in Test Market the first time. But naturally, yes, I'm looking forward to seeing them come back again. They're huge, huge, amount of interest in that. So I think they were testing that to see what the take rate was going to be. I'm sure we'll see them back at some point with something different. All right, so we got a bunch of flames in effect here right now. So it looks like you guys are ready for this to go. And look how quickly you guys are assuming. Is this the Doritos Flaming Hot Ranch Doritos? Could it be? Should it be? Won't you be my neighbor? Oh, that's so bad. Bad dad joke. Bad dad joke. Wow, you guys really want it to be that. That's so crazy, because if you ask me, this package looks like fire. It looks like absolute fire, and I had to actually check this out because when I saw this, I'm like, wow, that just looks really, really good. The ultimate chocolate flavor cream Oreo, guys. I mean, just crazy. You can't tell me that doesn't look like fire. Look at that package. If you're a fan of chocolate like I am, you already know this just looks ridiculously good. Ridiculously good. Look at the size of those layers. If you guys have ever been to Claim Jumper, they have something called the Motherload cake. It's like a chocolate cake with literally, it looks like maybe 15 layers that look like this. So really, really tasty. I know you guys, I said the flame for a reason because this thing looked like fire, but you guys automatically assumed it was going to be something heated. But no, tonight it is all about chocolate goodness. Ultimate chocolate flavor cream Oreos right now. And I know my sister's watching this, and I know you're down with the gluten-free ones that we got like a few days ago, and that's really good, but you're going to have to try this after I try it, especially if it's really tasty. It looks pretty amazing right now. And that we used to have Claim Jumper, but never went to it. It was definitely, it's a really, really good place. They actually closed up shop over here because of the pandemic, unfortunately. But their cake was amazing. This thing was very reminiscent of that, and it took me back as soon as I saw it. It just looks amazing, guys. I mean, just look at that package one more time. It is just so awesome. It is just so awesome. So I can't wait to give this a shot. And of course, you guys may have noticed I've been sipping very lightly because I've actually got a nice little frosty glass of almond milk in over here, and it's the Khalifa brand. So it's got some richness, it's thick. We're gonna simulate some of this stuff here as well, and we'll see what goes on here. We got tricked. Yes, Mr. Jimmy, you guys did right there. But there you go. We're gonna get into it right now. The ultimate chocolate flavor cream. And just so you know, Mr. Jimmy, I'm still working on those ranch pickle chips from Lay's. Really, really good stuff here. All right, let me pull this label because this is already not working. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can try and do this very carefully and pull it towards you because you guys can get the first look as we pull this back carefully. That's how you know it's legit. Take a look on the inside right there. Looking very nice, very wow. Wow. Ooh. Wow, very strong, very chocolatey on this right now. I can already see it. I could smell it right when I held it up right now. This is crazy. Noel, this is not gluten-free clearly, so forgive me. But look at this madness. Look at this madness right now. That is like, it looks almost double stuffed. There's like 2 layers of cream, it looks like, on one of these. This is ridiculous. Wow, it is very strong in chocolate. And look at the thickness of this cream. Oh my God. Let me see if I can try and... There we go. Look at that. Let me try and focus, focus, focus. My focus needs focus. You can see it there. It is so... It looks like 2 or 3 different layers in there, guys. It's just really, really strong. Look at that. Man, okay. Of course, we are going to crack this open. First to see triple stuffed. Michael Domer says they are very rich. This is really 2 different types of flavored cream, it looks like, on here, but it is thick. Look at that. There's 3 layers. You can see it very distinct right there. I have never seen an Oreo like this. 3 different layers in, but the chocolate is on point with that. Man, I already feel diabetes coming on just looking at this real quick. So let me try the cream by itself real fast here. And then, of course, we're going to put it together and give it a shot. Go for a dunk and knock this one out. So let's see here, guys. The ultimate chocolate chip, ultimate chocolate Oreo cookie, I should say, from Oreo. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, yeah. That is very rich. That is like pasty rich. That is pretty thick. All right, so we got it together. Get it together, Ian. Get it together. There we go. Look at that. Beautifully on display for you right there. Crazy, guys. Here we go. Let me just show this again. Hashtag unsponsored. There we go. The ultimate chocolate. Man, I'm excited. Let's do it. Let me close my eyes for this. Hold on. Wow. Wow. Ooh. That other layer. It's chocolatey right up front. And then the thickness begins to come out because your mouth is beginning to water and absorb all of it. And it gets a lot thicker from there. Wow. This is good. It is rich. Michael, you're right. It is very rich, but... my God. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Look at all of that chocolate cream on this one. Trying to showcase it here. But I'm definitely having another one of those. We're going to dunk the second one because I want to knock this one out first. Oh my God. Banging. Banging. All right. One more. And I am bringing these to my sister. Amazing. Best Oreos yet. I'm seeing comments here. Okay. Let's do the dunk. Crazy delicious, guys. Look at that. Look at those layers right there. It is simulating chocolate cake beautifully. I am blown away by this. So we're going to go for a dunk in there. Hopefully that's staying as focused as it possibly can. Let's give this a shot. Oreos come alive with milk. Wow. This was already strong to begin with. Oh my God. Oh man. Guys, this is absolutely heavenly right now. This is so, so good. Yeah, the cake stirs. I have to see about those too. I want to try that. Man. Last one here. God, it is very hard not to have more than one of these. I gotta tell you, very, very hard. This is really good. Wow. I am impressed. Okay. To my sister, I won't bring the whole package. I'll bring you some to try because I definitely want to keep these. These are really good. These are really good. 180 calories for 2. It's not bad at all, considering how rich and thick. And this really does satisfy your itch for a chocolate chip cookie, or it's actually an ultimate type of chocolate situation, not chocolate chip. It's very strong in that flavor. And I love the duality of the creams. I didn't even notice this on the package, but they even show you the 3 creams right there on the package. I don't know why I kept focusing on the cake, because I love the packaging right there. Was like, wow, it's got to simulate that. And guys, it does. Let me get that glare out of the way. Look at that. You have the 3 levels that are in there. It really is pretty awesome. Guys, this is a 10 out of 10 easily all day long with this. Really, really good. Sweetness level, it's rich, it's up there, but the creamy vibe that you're getting with this one and the overall satisfaction of having something chocolatey, this really is pretty awesome. So the ultimate chocolate flavored Oreo by far. This really does satisfy an itch, because I'm a huge fan of chocolate cake, like I was saying, the Motherlode cake over at Clam Jumper. Even the blackout cake that they have at Cheesecake Factory, it's one of my all-time favorite things I love to get when I go with the wifey. This is going to scratch that itch whenever I feel like having something like that. And I shouldn't have to feel too bad about it, because it's just 2 for 180 calories too, right? But guys, easy recommendation. About $3.50 for the pack, $2.99, $3 on sale. Easy recommendation. You need to search these out. The ultimate chocolate flavored cream. This is a banging variant of Oreos. Easily one of the best ones by far. Nice way to start the year off, Oreo, with something like this. This is pretty awesome. Now I got to try that Toffee Crunch that I saw as well too. So if you guys want to see the Toffee Crunch, drop some comments down below and let me know what you thought of that. But that is an easy 10. Easy. There's nothing wrong with that. That is delish. Wow. Absolutely shocked by that. I knew it was going to be good because of how much cream it looked like it was going to have. I just didn't know it had that much in terms of just those layers, the way they had it there. It was cool to check that out there. So limited edition by far. Do have some milk on hand though, just in case. Misty Smith, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your Oreo chocolate dip? Well, with milk, it's a 10 plus when you have it with milk, but on its own, that cookie satisfies. That really, really satisfies. Very tasty. Very tasty, I should say. Very tasty. Erna, Coffee Crunch, or Coffee Crunch, Toffee Crunch is even better. Please try it, okay? I'll swing by and grab those. Maybe we'll see about that for next week or the week after. We'll see. And the salted toffee Oreos, I'll definitely give that a try. They had plenty of each of those when I was at my market a few days ago, so I'll definitely check them out. They were really, like I said, when I saw that, I'm like, okay, I got to do it. We got to do it. It looks really good. But the creaminess, the overall flavor was just a banging situation on that by far. By far. PC's 2019, United We Die 2050. Thanks so much. Happy Friday, legendary fast foodie. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Stack says the best Oreos yet. And D. Drew, we did the dunking. You already know. Drew, they are the ultimate chocolate situation. Yes. Annette, I will save some for you guys. Absolutely, I will save some for you guys. Well, I hope you guys are having an amazing start to your weekend already there. I'm going to be catching up on the Book of Boba Fett. I have to watch the last episode tonight. There's a few other things that I want to check out there, but naturally, Boba Fett, I try and get to the day that it comes out, but I just couldn't this week for sure. And E. Noel says, no, don't bring them here probably. I'll bring you some to try. You got to try at least 2. I'll bring 4 just in case. But really tasty, really tasty. Yes, he Tazy. I could have said Tazzy, but then Drew would be like, how does he know about my cat? I'd be like, we know about Ziggy and Tazzy. Wow. Don't bring them over, E. Noel says. Come on. What would a good brother be without tormenting his sister every so often by just dangling the carrot right over there? That was really tasty. Really, really tasty. Let's see. Larry Nguyen, have you heard of a chocolate cake shake? Well, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure they have things that are whipped up with like cake pieces and things like that. Anything from specifically at some of the places. Speaking of which, it's been a minute since we've had anything from BK shake-wise as well. I always love checking out the shakes from BK too. So any of those types of things are always going to be good. For sure. Michael, I heard that Little Debbie's and Hutsville Ice Cream are teaming up for making 7 different flavors after their Christmas tree cake ice cream was a hit. Wow, very cool. I'm sure we'll see that at some point during the year. There was a lot of interesting things coming out, which, by the way, Guys, I think for Easter, I know it's probably not too far off to talk about that now, considering it's almost February. But there's two brand new flavors of Peeps coming out. One of them, I think, is a coffee flavored Peep dipped in chocolate with caramel inside it. I was hearing. So, and there's actually another flavor that I heard. I can't remember what it was. I was up very early in the morning. It was like 6 in the morning, and I was driving, and I heard this. It was really quick. And I was just tripping out on just like, the coffee flavored version. I think when I heard that's what stuck out. But the fact that I think it's the first Peep to actually have something injected into it, that's got to be interesting. Obviously having a little caramel with the marshmallow goodness on the outside. I think my mom's favorite namesake for the channel, which she loves Peeps, is getting upgraded nicely. So I'll have to see. Misty Smith, what's your favorite sandwich? I would probably say the Popeyes chicken sandwich is one of my favorites. Although the Chick-fil-A one I do get more often than not, because I know the wifey likes to go to Chick-fil-A, and I like Chick-fil-A too. So personally, I do dig the sandwiches. I've been on a kick with Wingstop lately though, because I'm still digging those thighs. I love getting the 3-thigh combo with some fries. It's a guilty pleasure for sure. So really, really like that. They're very tasty. Lemon pepper, by the way, that's what I always get. It's really good stuff. Erna, let's see. Will you ever review hard ciders on the stream? I would consider doing that. I think I might. There's very little like diciness in terms of some of the alcohol things for these things too. So I'd have to kind of take a look and see what they would require just in case, because of, certain things picked up in closed captioning and stuff like that as well. But the Baja Mountain Dews, that may be the thing that breaks me to give it a go, because it definitely sounds like it would be good. Personally, I think so. Lord, I think you did mention that you had moved to Florida. I think you were in the process that you had mentioned there. I hope it was a good thing for you, and you're safe and sound, obviously. Getting used to your new surroundings. Misty Smith says she loves that too. Bill said Chick-fil-A is better, and I like the business model better. I try to support good businesses. I hear you. They're very, very efficient with the drive-thrus and very nice people, obviously. They really do a good job for sure, making you feel wanted and appreciated. Erna, I can't wait for the Oreo cake stirs. Those are the best ever. Never had those, but they do look pretty awesome. I mean, when you have like cake, Oreo cake with the cream, that can't be bad. I mean, that just can't be bad. You guys know about Suzy Q's? You probably do. I may have mentioned it before. Suzy Q's are kind of, I think, what the essence of what the Oreo cake stirs are kind of from, because they're very similar. It's like a chocolate-based cake with a cream filling like that. So I know my sister will know what that is. They're really, really good. Suzy Q's are pretty bomb. What's your favorite pizza? Yes, Min. Any pizza. But I do have a special place for the lunch combo at Caesars. I love getting that every so often. Usually just plain cheese, believe it or not. I like plain cheese. A pepperoni's fine, but I'm more of a sausage topping type of thing. But I love cheese pizza. Pizza with mushrooms, fresh mushroom. And sausage is my all-time favorite, and that's what the wife we usually get from a place called Domenico's here locally. That's always great stuff as well. That's probably going to be what we're going to be having for Super Bowl Sunday, I have a feeling, or maybe not. I have to take a look and see. There will be some wings involved to go with it, though. I definitely want to have a really I want to wing it out, this year as well. I'm on to like wings lately. Randy. Yes, I'm well aware of the McDonald's menu hacks. They're the most unoriginal thing ever, Randy. People have been doing that for so long. It's hilarious that they're finally jumping on and just going to kind of push it. I'm curious to know what the prices are going to be for that. So yeah, we'll have to see. That may be you may see 1 or 2 or 3. We'll figure out what to do with those. They look interesting. They're gluttonous for what they are, of course, but we'll have to see. I'm concerned about the pricing, because when you price all those items individually, you're into like the $8 or $9 range plus. They're not going to charge that, obviously. They're going to be part of a bundle pack, together. It doesn't cost that much to make this food, but at the same time, it should be pretty interesting to check out there. The land, sea, and air, of course, being the big gun. I laughed when I saw that. It was kind of funny with that too. But you know what? Hey, if it works, the marketing looks pretty interesting. It looks cool. We'll have to see what happens with it there. So I'll see if I can get those onto the channel. I'm sure you'll see a whole multitude of those things coming out day one for people. Let's see. Misty Smith, on a scale of 1 to 10, I will give it a 10 out of 10. That's cool. I like that emoji. That's very cool. Very nice. Very nice. Have you seen it? You're not going to end the stream anytime soon, are you? Well, funny that you mention it, because it's almost up for dinner time for me. So Yes, we will be actually stopping in about maybe 9 minutes or so. For sure. I have got a chicken bowl, I believe, waiting for me, and I got to thank the wifey for bringing that back home because she knew I was going to be doing this tonight. So yes, I'm going to be having some chicken and brown rice, a little bit of light teriyaki sauce, and the vinegar type cabbage to go with it. And then I'm getting down with a little Boba Fett, and then I'll get the stream ready for this that you'll see tomorrow as well. And the next review will be coming up early this coming week. This has just been a horrendous week, guys. I'm just gonna put it out there for you because it's just been really, really ridiculous, just hard on all levels. So I'm just glad to be able to kind of relax a little bit, see some family tomorrow that I haven't seen in a very long time, and just really kind of just get back to, feeling good about certain things. So I'm really just excited to see how that's gonna go, of course, as well. So good times for sure. You got to make time for yourself. You got to keep yourself mentally good, and you got to definitely do what you can to make yourself as happy as possible, and definitely take care of the peeps around you, for sure. Just so you know, from me to you. All right, looks like you guys are winding down. Take it easy to Maureen Descatado. Thanks so much for jumping on. Lord Darkside's jumping on as well. Everybody is in here. Erna, what do you think of actress Demi Moore? I don't have an opinion one way or another, but some pretty great movies over the years, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. Ed Keaton, you have a great weekend as well. Absolutely. And Drew, I think I already gave it away. I'm catching up on the chat. What is for dinner tonight? Let's see. Have you seen I actually finally got a chance to try Panera Bread's flatbread pizza the other week. Nice. I really enjoyed it myself. I thought it was actually pretty good. Not bad for what it is, right? I had fun reviewing a few of those a few months back. I had a lot of fun checking those out. No, for sure. Randy Molina, I watch Healthy Junk Food for Hacks in the Day and Hacks on Sundays. Fudge, asked them to add M&M's cheaper than McFlurry. Very cool. Yeah, they have some great content too there. They are definitely too. JP and Julia have been doing it up there. They've been blowing up for a very long time. That's awesome. That's awesome. And yes, Ender Text, not to worry, the udon noodles, the Japanese udon noodles is definitely on the docket. So you will see that very, very soon, not to worry. And a few other things from another local spot here that's doing a food little testing things here and there as well, for sure. Michael Donner, the ice cream is coming out February 1st. They're exclusive to Walmart. Very nice. Something to look forward to. I got to go shopping here. We're getting low on a few things. So I got to make my way over there to see what's going on. And also to see if there's anything new Masters of the Universe wise that may be creeping out before my pre-orders show up, just to see as well. Let's see. Drew needs late night donuts with Boba Fett. That sounds good. A little tiger tail action with some Boba Fett. And hanging with my buddy Mr. Jimmy for sure. Good times. And have you seen it? Yes, I have seen the new Disney series. I'm just one episode behind. I got to take a look at this past Wednesdays. I could take it or leave it. I got to be honest. There's really not too much story. I mean, it's a little slow here and there. And I see what they're doing with it, but it's really kind of filling in some of the backstory of obviously what happened to Boba Fett up until we see him in The Mandalorian, essentially, to kind of explain a few things, which is cool. I don't mind a little filler to help fill that in there because obviously The Mandalorian will be back next holiday or the end of this year for the next season, so we'll see. But it's okay. I mean, it's just all right. I'm not really a super fan of that biker gang with the flashy scooters that are all different colors. They seem a little out of place for the time period or just when the movie takes place. It just seems a little out there for me. But overall, it's okay. I mean, just seeing the relatives of Jabba, so to speak, not to ruin anything for anybody. I'm not going to go further than that. But it's entertaining. It'll fill the void until we come out with The Mandalorian for the next season. For sure. Min likes my Galaxy background. I'm glad you're digging all of that there. So I'm definitely a fan of it too there. I might change it at some point once I do little channel makeovers here and there. But I do like the idea of us being in the nebula as we're doing our thing here right now. It's definitely fun to do, for sure. All right, so as we round this out here, guys, let me just say thank you so much for all of your love and support, all of your direct messages throughout the week. I know some of you guys have been checking in with me as well, asking how things are going, and I appreciate that greatly. And just so you know, it really means the world to me. I know I talk to my family about this stuff sometimes, and it's just amazing that you guys are as interactive as you are, and I really have a lot of respect and admiration for those of you guys. I think we do have a very super positive community. I know I've said it to death. Everyone says they have the best community on their channels, and of course I'm going to be the next one to say that too, because I think we have a great situation here, so to speak, for Drew situations. Definitely. So I thank you so much for everything that you guys have been saying and all the comments as well, and all the the prayer hands that are beginning to pop up here right now as well. Yes, Annette, I definitely dig nachos for sure. A little rotel, a little melted cheese, all that good stuff to go with it, of course. It's good times, mixed in with some beans, maybe some ground beef. It's always fun. Tony P, great content, can't get enough. I can't produce it fast enough for you. Believe me, there's a lot of stuff coming out you're going to see in the next few weeks here. I'm always busy. I'm always building. I'm always, putting stuff together and putting the time in and letting you guys know that what I like to do, I love to do. And I love doing it for you as well. I'm trying to navigate what I'm doing with all the craziness happening around me right now. It's been a challenge. But naturally, brand new content every single week regardless. I mean, that's the thing that keeps me sane. It keeps me going. It keeps me constantly thinking about what I want to do to kind of keep moving the channel forward, to keep getting as high as I possibly can, and to keep that positivity out there. But it's all about also supporting the community as well too that way. And all the amazing peeps who do what they do in the community, you can tell they love doing what they do in the way that they do it. And that's the important thing. There's so many choices when it comes to content on YouTube. And like I always say, I appreciate you guys making my channel one of those choices. So thank you very much. A huge homie hug and shout out to each and every one of you guys. To all the super chatters here. It looks like this week it is Bus and Erna. Should you guys donate to the channel, of course, you're going to find your names down below. Anyone who may have PayPal'd outside of here, or even on Streamlabs, believe it or not, at those links down below, you'll find your names in the description below as well. I'll take a look at that. But I appreciate that. I'll send all your positive thoughts to Mama Peeps. She's definitely battling some craziness right now, and it is really unnerving. I got to be honest with you. It's very unnerving for me. So it's very hard. But I'm glad to, like I said, do what I do here. And again, you'll have new content coming this coming week as normal. Again, looking forward to tomorrow. You'll have this replay available at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So definitely look forward to it. And with that, more fun times, guys. The end of the month is finally here. Next time I see you, we're going to be into February talking about Valentine's Day already. So we got to talk about what's going to happen with the month of February. But there's a lot of fun stuff coming out, as you're going to see all throughout the week, all the fun stuff. Obviously starting off with a lot of peeps dropping the menu hack stuff, I'm sure, on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday on. But look forward to that. But do drop those comments. I read every single one of them. I'm going to try and heart a lot of them as I go, because like I said, I'm so inundated with so much. I just want to at least acknowledge that I'm seeing you guys. And I do see you guys, and I greatly appreciate that. So again, thank you. Let me see here. Going on down the line. Wow, you guys are all signing off here. Again, Annette, thanks so much for jumping on with the reminder for following me on Instagram. Of course, you guys should always do that. Naturally, all my social media handles are down below. Should anything change schedule-wise, any cancellations for the stream for the week or anything of importance, always, you guys will find that on IG story. If not on IG, you'll see me posting there when I put my stuff out as well. So thank you. Last couple of things. Have you seen it? I just got a chance to try the new BK Spicy Chicken Deluxe. Okay, the spicy one is my favorite out of the group by far. I mean, it really is. The sauce is pretty amazing. I'm glad that you thought it was good. That's really good. Annette, hopefully we were able to distract you. Yes, you guys actually did a lot for me this week by me doing this right now on the stream. And I needed this right now, considering I'm coming off of one of the nastiest migraines I think I've had in a very, very long time. Literally, just so you guys know, I was pretty much like out though most of the day with an ice pack on my head. It was really not a good day for me at all, but I'm glad that I can finish it off with you guys right now, and definitely finish off the night a little bit happier because I've done this and it's been fun interacting with you as well as watching some shows. So I appreciate all the love and support here in the chat. I can feel it from you guys. I hope you guys feel it from me. What you see is what you get. I'm very happy to be doing this at all times whenever possible, as well as my content coming out every single week. I haven't gotten a chance, have you seen it, to watch the Peacemaker show, but I do plan on checking it this weekend because I want to get started. I'm hearing a lot of great things about it for sure. So good times across the board. All right, so with that, yes, I need to go to Disneyland and try the new Lunar New Year foods. Yes, I saw that actually. They have a few things in California Adventure, I believe. There's a few things there that are coming up. So guys, thank you so much to all the peeps that are chilling right now, literally chilling right out on the East Coast there. Michael Domayer and everybody else in that area for sure. Definitely stay toasty, stay warm. Use those heaters, keep those blankets on, do what you got to do to stay warm for sure. And enjoy this next week coming up here. Enjoy your weekend. Whatever you do, do it safely. And I wish you nothing but joy and happiness in everything that you do. Whatever it is that brings you happiness, do that times 10. And then definitely make it a good day for yourself as well. So with that, let's round it out over here real quick. It's ENK officially closing out the live stream for January 28th, the end of January, the last time we're going to see this month in 2022. It's actually the last time we'll see any month once we get to the end of it in 2022. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for that next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, everybody. Thanks so much for jumping on. It means the world to me, and I'm glad to have spent some time with you tonight. Enjoy all the content from all the food stuff coming on. Of course, you've got more of the Pizza Hut goodies coming into the week as well. You'll find that here on the channel, as well as all the other fun stuff and some of the exclusive stuff that you'll see in the next week or two here. It should be a lot of fun to check out there. And you'll see some of those menu hack items at some point. Probably the land, sea, and air is, of course, the big gun. With that, so it should be a lot of fun to kind of see. I'm just, like I said, have you seen? I'm curious about the price points and see what they're going to do. Either way, it's going to be less than just getting these things individually and putting them together yourself, which is what they're still having you do. They're just going to charge you a bundle price for what they are. So it should be a lot of fun. So shout outs to each and every one of you and to all my fellow content creators here in the chat or who may be watching. Thank you for doing what you do. Keep doing it. Keep pushing the agenda forward for the niche for sure. The food review community is strong as ever. There's a lot of amazing peeps in the community, a lot of the old guard, a lot of the new guard that's coming in as well. It's really, really great to see all the amazing content, and I have a huge amount of respect for each and every one of you guys as well. I'm just happy to be able to contribute and do what I do and have fun along with you guys. So with that, I think we are out of here. It is time for me to get some dinner officially and catch up on some Boba Fett action. And I will definitely talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the content, definitely, that's out there now. And you've got more coming as always. So with that, peace. I'm out.